Daniel had been driving for hours. The storm had knocked out his GPS, and the roads were nothing but narrow, twisting paths through dense, fog-covered woods. His gas light flickered. He needed to stop soon. Then he saw it, a motel sign barely visible through the thick mist. Last stop inn. There were no cars in the lot, no lights in the windows, but the sign was buzzing faintly, as if waiting for him. Something about the place felt wrong, but he had no other options. He pulled in. Inside, the air was thick and stale. The lobby was empty, no receptionist, no guests. A single key sat on the counter. Room 6. Daniel hesitated, then grabbed it. The hallway was too quiet. The old carpet muffled his footsteps. When he reached his room, something felt off. The door was already unlocked, and inside, the bed was made perfectly, except for one thing, a pair of wet footprints leading from the bathroom to the bed, as if someone had just been standing there. Sleep didn't come easy. Around 2 a.m., Daniel woke up to a sound, a slow, steady tapping at the window. His heart pounded. The fog outside was thicker than before, swallowing the world beyond the glass. Then he saw it, a figure, tall, thin, its face hidden in the mist. But its eyes were visible. They were too wide, too white, unblinking. The tapping continued, faster, louder. Then it smiled. Daniel bolted upright. The figure was gone. Shaking, he grabbed his phone. No signal. He decided to leave, but when he stepped into the hallway, the motel had changed. The walls were darker, wetter. The air smelled of rot. And worst of all, the hallway was longer than before. The door to room 6 was gone. In its place, a gap in the wall, a hole that led into pure darkness. Then came the whispering. Not one voice, dozens, all saying the same thing. Stay, stay, stay. Daniel ran. The exit sign was ahead, but the closer he got, the farther it seemed. And then from behind him, a slow creaking. The hole in the wall was widening. Something was stepping out. A figure made of mist, of stretched skin, of endless hungry eyes. Daniel screamed. The thing reached for him, and everything went black. The next morning, the fog had cleared. The motel stood silent, empty, untouched. A new key sat on the front desk, room 6, and in the window of that room, a dark shape stood perfectly still, watching, waiting. That night, another traveler stopped at Last Stop Inn, and the cycle began again. Some roads lead nowhere. Some places refuse to let you leave. And if you ever see a motel standing alone in the fog, keep driving. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, or the next time you check into a motel, you might not check out. Sweet dreams.